2, 1. All right, and we are live here with our next ESDL match.
You can't cage me for long.
We have Flabber Goons versus Team Pentaqueue. Team Pentaqueue is on the left, Flabber's Goons on the right. Let's go.
Decisions will haunt you.
Silas Band and Morgana Band away. My name is XX Howling XX, and this is...
My name is Jesus Carries, guys.
All right, and we are getting ready for I think this is another playoff match, you know?
Yep, I think the 5th week, everything is playoffs from here on out.
All righty, so we're into another playoff match. And Heckrum
Hopefully.
Band away.
Yep, actually, on my side, for the Flabber Goons, Golden Dragon Lord is a Hecarim. He has most Hecarim played this season, so definitely one of his go-to champs.
And Lux is definitely one of those, get it, I don't know why they banned Lux right now after her nerf. She sucks as a support right now.
Yeah, for sure.
That double shield was definitely carrying her win rate.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and plus they took the cooldown resets off, kills off her ultimate in it, so she really lost a lot of utility.
Yeah. All right, and Mordekaiser being played. We thought that, you know, some of his nerfs would push them off of Mordekaiser, but Darius, this is a dangerous thing because our top laner on our end has a lot of games on this champion. It's even his icon. It's his icon, guys.
Yeah,
Come
actually, even Masenko 55 on the other side also has the most played Darius as well, so he kind of like took the pick from him. So he's reverting. So he's reverted to the Mordekaiser. We'll see how effective it is after the nerfs.
And we got Orianna and Talon. First time seeing Talon on this stream is pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, I was actually surprised we didn't see it yesterday in our first playoff match that we casted together. Because he's like really S tier at the moment. He's really, really strong. Doesn't have a lot of weaknesses and is like one of the easiest champions to roam on.
Just seems to be getting better and better as the matches goes on. Zaya banned away.
Yeah.
And Jinx banned away.
That could happen.
We're now targeting our bottom squad to see what we're gonna do.
Yeah, for sure. Naruto runners on the Flabber Goon side has a lot of Jinx games. So I'm not sure if it's a target ban or just a general ban that they didn't want on the team.
Well, it looks like the Kaisa is definitely a target ban for our side.
Yeah, it's interesting that 4 ADCs banned with the ADCs yet to pick. So we'll see what they'll revert to.
Because his Kaisa yesterday did a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly. Smalls played with subbing yesterday.
Right.
Even if he was on the losing side, he had a good Kaisa game. He had also a not bad Ashe game, but he's denied the pick.
Yasuo!
Yasuo
bot lane. Is that still even?
Spicy.
It depends on what support they take, is how hard they're going to shut this down.
The Lulu.
Okay. I see where they're going with this.
Yeah, just buff the Yasuo with shields and get that knock up on the Lulu ultimate. So yeah.
And then of course you also have the Sejuani. When she runs into you, they pop up.
Yeah, exactly. And you have the Orianna.
And we got a Brum for a little double slow on the other side.
Yeah, going full glacial on the bot side.
Full glacial comp.
Got to get those passive stats.
Got to. This team is, we got engage and engage.
Yeah.
No matter what we're doing, this is gonna be a bloodbath. Yeah,
for sure. But definitely, I mean, both teams on both sides seem pretty balanced. They both have a good amount of CC, of utility. Only thing that's maybe lacking a little bit on the left side is going to be safe wave clear, because Yasuo, since they don't have that actual traditional ranged ADC on the bot side, if they get into a siege situation later in the game, they'll have trouble probably clearing the wards, the minions.
Now this is the first game of 3, so we're gonna get. I feel like we're gonna do a little bit more microplay than we usually used to, because normally they get right into it and get a lot of kills. Now I said this the last time, and I was completely 100% wrong, because that was bloodbath too. But I feel like if one thing happens and blows this game over, then that's what ends up taking the game away.
Yeah, also this game, you have to consider that it's a little bit lower elo than the games that we casted yesterday, so it is possible that there'll be a little bit more, a little bit more fighting, maybe even more kills than we saw yesterday, if that's even possible. We'll see.
Like if that's even like I don't know if that's possible. I don't know what
Yeah,
that's like.
yeah, I think in every 3 games yesterday,
Like yeah,
so someone had at least 15 kills in every game
like
yesterday.
15 kills in a minute. Like you got 15 kills a minute. Five what like five kills by
Yeah,
six
like in the
minutes.
first, yeah, exactly. In the first, with at least 1 kill per minute in the first 5 minutes, that's for sure. Plus, last game, like it seems so far that the trend seems to be to focus heavily on the ganking the bot lane to get the ADC ahead, because all 3 games yesterday were really decided by a fed ADC,
Right.
twice the Ash and once the Xayah that got really fed in game 2. Actually, with Small's Xayah that got really fed in game 2 yesterday.
So my whole thing is they're putting a lot of faith in Smalls. They're putting a lot of faith in him because
Yeah, you have to have faith in that Yasuo though to pick that in a
right
first game of a playoff match.
you have to, and another reason is because of his range. So if he doesn't get fed early or if he gets behind, then they're really going to struggle because they don't have the range to contest with.
Exactly, yeah, because if that melee bot laner gets behind, I mean, he won't have that safe wave clear that I was talking about earlier.
Right.
Plus, I mean, anybody can probably relate to a Yasuo that gets that feeds and then is completely useless for the rest of the game. So so we'll see what happens. But I mean, they have a lot of ways to enable him, like we mentioned earlier. Though they have the Lulu, he has his own tornado, the Lulu Shockwave. For the heck of it, even the Darius pull could let him proc his ultimate on someone. So
Right. I mean,
yes,
there's so much you can do there, but I mean, it's really going to come down to Mordekaiser and Darius, I feel.
yeah, for sure. I mean, they both went teleport, so at least the Darius won't isn't running any like ignite or sometimes a lot of Dariuses like to run Ghost as well in solo queue just to run you down level 3, and then there's nothing you can do because he just slows you with W and is running at you with Ghost.
And that's a good thing. At least you can keep that off your mind. But now you have to worry about Darius itself. Both players are very familiar with what Darius can do, very much how much his damage is, how fast he can kill targets, knock them down. That bleed is something else. Even when you are away, you're not safe, you're still bleeding.
Exactly. If he gets that full passive stack, the bleed is sometimes a lot more damage than you would expect. But like I mentioned earlier, his opponent on the Mordekaiser does have a lot of Darius games himself. So they're both familiar with the champ, so that's to his advantage. I think that at least he's playing a champ that he knows exactly what he's capable of.
Exactly. And that's really what's gonna make or break this game because now they know what to expect. We're looking at them as a team to okay, you know what to expect from Dart. Don't give him so much. But there's almost there's so much you can or cannot give him. You know?
No, exactly. Darius is one of those champs that you definitely don't want to give an early kill to. If not, the rest of your laning phase is a complete nightmare. Especially since the Mordekaiser kind of has like more or less safe wave clear with his Q, but still he still has to go and auto those minions when his abilities are on cooldown. So if you give the Darius a kill and he gets an early phage for the movement speed, and then he just runs you down as soon as you get too close to a minion.
All right, as we get
Okay.
let's for all the speculations we got, let's see what actually happens because we're about to load into the rift for the first game of the night.
Yep, Flabber Goons versus Pentaqueue. So just to remind you, Flabber Goons on the right, Pentaqueue on the left.
All right, so just that way you follow along real easy, nice and easy.
Alright. So are we synced? Are you at 12?
14.
15, 16, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And we have a DC.
Oh, and the game is paused. Okay.
And the game
Well,
is paused.
we'll have to wait to see if
As
to
we-
watch those speculations come to life.
Right, we gotta wait just a bit.
Okay, well in the meantime we could look at the keystones that were picked for each champion. Let's see. Okay, well, interestingly enough, the Orianna actually went until Spellbook. So she'll be swapping those keystones as she'll be swapping those summoners during the game. Probably wanted the first teleport to get a safe return to lane to keep up with the CS, and probably going to revert either to a barrier or a heal or something like that.
Well, hopefully that helps her. But Talon is such a bursty champion, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think what her game plan is, if that's what she planned, it's not a bad idea because she could use a teleport early to maybe go get an early Seeker's Arm Guard for the armor and stack it up, and after that revert to either a barrier or something like that to get that extra survivability for the Talon burst. So, I mean, he is bursty, but I don't think he'll be able to burst her E-shield plus a barrier to one-shot combo her. So,
you'd be surprised.
We'll see also if
you'd be surprised what an early Tiamat on the Talon can do for you.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, she's putting all the chances on her side to try and survive it. So we'll see what happens, but I mean, she has at least she has similar wave clear to the Talon, and at least she can poke him down with her with her QW combo.
Little chat going on in the chat here. Little, not BM. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, just fun and games between the two teams, seeing that camaraderie.
Which we found out in our interview of the last game. That these people played each other more than once. They know each other. They got some tendency reads on them. So it's pretty fun to listen to them talk about the game. If you want to see that, you can follow me on my YouTube channel, and you can go see what they had to say about the match and different pieces and aspects of the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, most of these guys will, after the matches or before or on days off, just go play some duo queue together, or just go have some fun in the Discord, or go play some TFT. So they're mostly like all just buddy afterwards. So it's really nice to see.
Hey, make sure you read those TFT notes. Make sure you read those TFT notes. They changed a lot. Read your patch notes. Because I don't need sleep, I need answers. Like some of the changes in TFT, I was like, why? Why give Lucian more damage? Why give him more damage?
Well, I mean, he was kind of like C tier. I mean, he was really good with items, but as are most of the champions. But I think he was kind of not in the same spot maybe as like a Draven, even though he's a higher cost. But I think that, I mean, it was still trying to maybe balance it out because he wasn't really played that much, especially because of his classes, that the buffs maybe aren't as good as some other classes. So give him a little bit of love.
Yeah, I mean, give him a little bit, but I feel like it's gonna be a little bit too much.
Okay, well, J4 came back to the game, so he's reconnected, so the game should try to get underway.
Yeah, we should try to resume here for a moment once we get this all sorted out. Sorry for the delay, guys. This kind of happens every once in a while. Just gotta wait around till you get things up.
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh, and there he goes again.
And there he goes. Rip. Rip. And that's just gonna make me wonder once this J4 gets into the game, how's he gonna perform with such, if his
like
connection
unreliable
is bad.
connection. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what's going on exactly, but we'll see. Hopefully everything goes well for him. And actually, speaking of the J4, he actually went electrocute for that early game pressure. Not sure if he's gonna go Warrior or Cinderhulk to get them that extra
And it
meatiness.
looks like they are actually looking for a jungle sub right now.
Oh, are they? Okay, well, the game was resumed, actually. I'm not sure if they're just going to cancel it out and wait for a remake.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Wait, J4 is in it.
Okay, he's back. Okay, cool.
He's in it, and he's just a little bit
30
behind.
seconds until minions spawn.
But that's going to be a problem.
Can you smell coward bristle? Get him.
What is this team doing? Are they coming around? Uh-oh, they're trying something cheeky.
Okay, we're going for the.
And we're going for the early.
One.
Yasuo got caught out and gets taken down.
Okay. Yeah, J4 actually got the first blood, but they only went in 3v5. There was only 3 people there. Probably didn't expect that 5 people would be waiting for them. Pretty good, yeah, a nice play.
Nice way to put. All right, so they just wanted to show, hey, J4 might have been late, but he's right on time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they went like really far into their jungle, and they didn't expect all 5 of them to be there.
All right, and just checking, are you at 144?
Yep, 145, yeah.
All right, just want to make sure. Oh.
I was talking about that electrocute on the J4, so with the first blood, I mean, that'll definitely incite him to try and make some plays and use that first blood gold that he got.
This talent is making Oriana pay for just farming. That's going to be a rough lane for her. They can't get near this Ashe.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying. He's really trying to get near her.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he gets close to trying to see something, she just shoots the volley at him. I mean, the Lulu is a good pick for this synergy, but I think that the Yasuo might have needed some healing instead of the shield just to survive this lane. Like trying to enable it with the Soraka or something. Yeah, you see automatically that volley and that auto attack chunks the Lulu.
Look at this. And you can't fight back. You can't do nothing against it.
Yeah, when wall is down. Oh, the Braum proc. 2 stacks. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
and they're going in on Talon. Got bored mid lane. Showing up.
The Ignite.
Oh, and he pulled.
Okay.
Is it going to kill him? No, he survived. Talon needed one more hit. He needed one more hit to fully block his passive, and he just didn't get it. He just didn't get that one more hit.
Yeah, J4 definitely just needed one last auto to finish him under the turret because he was chugging his corruption potion. But but just to teleports back to lane, no harm done.
He teleports and is right back into the fight.
Yeah, he's going for it. He lost a little bit of experience, so he'll be down in levels, but he's still up in CS.
Ooh,
oh, he flashes for it.
He flashes for it. He's coming in. Uh-oh. He's proccing. Why would you stop? Go for him. You're already bleeding. Just go for it. He missed it.
Oh, he missed his
He
Q
missed that Q.
Okay. So yeah,
that Q was pivotal to ending that fight, and he missed it. It's okay.
Yeah. Would have been the empowered Q damage too, because there was nothing else to stop that proc, so he would have probably died to that.
But it's okay. It's all right. Everybody misses sometimes.
Yep. Okay. So we got a skirmish in the
J4.
jungle.
Yep. Look, J4
fighting over that scuttle, and and J4 smites that scuttle away. Oriana coming to assist.
Oh, but they might take his life, chasing him down. Wait, Sejuani backs up.
Okay.
Because he's off Talon.
Yeah, Talon was there, so that was good not to chase in the jungle, so showing some good awareness. Okay, well, it actually seems that the bot line has like stabilized a little bit. I mean, Yasuo is keeping up in CS, full HP actually.
So pulled him.
Okay.
This Mordecai, this fighting up top is getting like real close to being dangerous.
Yeah, but Mordekaiser should probably work on his try to farm a little bit better, because he's almost half of Darius' CS. So he's getting good trades, but he's not getting those minions that are really precious, and they don't have any kill potential because both of their summoners are down.
Yep, that's true. By the way, just gonna go ahead and point this out, not to offend any Yasuo mains. I hate that skin. It's ugly. I'm sorry, right? You missed the mark on this one, bro. That Talon jump in.
Yeah, getting that electrocute proc. Oriana missed her ball placement, so
Right.
couldn't get back. So,
And that's
so
because
not,
that's really hard to place when you don't know where he's gonna be.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of one of the hard things against playing a talent, which makes him so effective, especially in lower elo, is that he's bursty, he has insane roam potential, plus he's pretty straightforward to play. You just Q, get the both procs, the W, Q in, and you get that electrocute proc when your blades return, so.
Okay.
Okay, well we got J4 looking for a gank, but spotted by the blue team's ward.
And takes him to the Shadow Realm. Battle 1 going.
Yeah.
Pulls him. Clips him. Clips him again. This time he didn't miss that Q. Running around. Hitting him.
Yeah.
Oh, that Darius heal. And that all takes down Mordekaiser. First
That
get.
true damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely don't want to dance with the Darius 1v1 even if you're in the Shadow Realm. Oh, Talon flashes in on the Oriana.
And it's enough to take her down too.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. I mean, even her E shield wasn't enough to take away all that burst and the
That ignite. Whoa.
Darius executing? Okay. That's one way to get back to lane.
That's big brain stuff right there, everybody. That's big brain stuff.
Yeah. Why waste 6 seconds to recall if I can just execute under tower?
Hang on, guys. He didn't go crazy. That's big brain stuff. Nice shot.
All right. Right, so both teams pretty much dead even, still in gold, because despite Darius really smashing his lane top, Talon got an assist in that earlier skirmish and the kill on Oriana, so it pretty much evens up the gold.
But it makes me worried for Mordekaiser.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Mordekaiser is already almost 800 gold down on the Darius.
And his
So,
CS is not looking so hot.
Yeah, exactly. It's over 20 CS down. So definitely the Talon and the J4 are the ones that are gonna have to press their leads to try and make something happen to maybe try to even out that top lane. And speaking of which,
but that's the wrong people. And Mordekaiser trying to run for his life, and that
bleed to death. Yeah.
You're gonna bleed to death.
Yeah, but it just gets worse and worse for the Mordekaiser. I mean, he was like overextended in his lane behind with no vision in the river. Sejuani just walks in and runs him down with the
There's not, I mean, other than placing a ward, there's not much you could have done there.
Well, no, for sure. I mean, at this point, when you're already 1.2k down in your lane at 8
and here we go, bursting him down again.
Going for it. Yeah.
Took that shield away with one swipe.
Yep, and plus afterwards.
This time J4 going for it, but getting the flash. Ults on him.
Okay.
Mordekaiser must have didn't believe, but he got shut down by J4.
Okay, well J4 actually pushing his advantage. Actually, the richest person on the map at the moment is the J4, so he definitely has to make his presence felt everywhere on the map if they hope to keep going on.
Mordekaiser. Oh! Talon, you too close as they start chunking him down. Sejuani can't follow up. No mana. No mana.
You got no mana, freak. For anyone who knows that reference. But yeah, but Talon, even though not phased at all by going there. Oh, and he goes back in. And the Mordekaiser gets her into the Shadow Realm.
And just takes her down. That's what you do. You're not winning your lane really clear. Go ahead, roam around, see if you can make you some plays across the map.
Yep, definitely a perfect play by the Mordekaiser. Now only 600 gold behind on the Darius, so he should be able to start at least thinking of at least being able to CS and just keeping that lane even now.
Right, he's got to get back into the game. He's got to play Harvest Moon with him. Like, you got to play that game, man. You got to play the farm game.
And speaking of Harvest Moon, actually bot lane seems to be pretty much just a farm fest. I mean, both sides are full HP, just clearing their waves, pushing back. Yep.
That's
so
it.
So unless Yasuo, unless one of the supports leave and the ADCs get like caught out alone. I mean, I don't see anyone wanting to fight that 2v2 and actually winning it like 100%.
Right.
So yeah.
I'm sorry about that. That chroma just makes his skin look worse. Going for it this time.
Yeah, he's going.
Rommel!
Okay, defensive Rommel.
And whoa, that wall ain't. Oh, that wall did stop. That Ash R.
Yeah, that was actually.
And he goes in.
Oh, he's going for it.
Well, Setswani's close. Oh, Setswani ults in. Ash goes down. J4 coming.
J4.
And Yasuo takes that second one.
Okay, well.
And Setswani barely escapes with her life.
Yeah, 2 for 0.
Talon spots him. Talon spots him. Using his ult to chase. Jump. Gets stunned by Orianna. And gets chunked down.
Okay, well, shutdown's traded all around the map.
Still got the shutdown thanks to his W.
Yeah, well, this is really, well, I mean, 10 kills in 11 minutes isn't that bad, but still a lot of action happening in every section of the map.
Very much so. And as we go back up top, just for a little bit, he's getting more farm, but he's still so ahead already.
Yeah, well, I mean, Darius is still almost keeping a 1k gold lead on the Mordekaiser, but at least you see that Mord is still staying relatively healthy, despite losing his lane, so he's just doing what he can, not giving any more free kills to the Darius. Okay, is this Darius gonna try and go in on it?
No, he's getting dragged back.
Okay, well,
trying to use his tower. Trying to use his tower to take more damage off.
Exactly. Darius actually played it really smart. He didn't touch the Mord not to take turret aggro. But Mord, I mean, you see that when the Darius gets a little bit aggressive, gets a good trade, chunks him out.
Right? I like how he was trying to use his passive to actually destroy the minions behind him so the turret could actually aggro him without having him hit him. But it just took too long for the minions to die.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, I mean, in any other universe, when the Mord
Whoa!
is even,
J4! Talon coming in! Oh, that's a trap! As they jump in! J4 gets taken down by Setswani! Double kill! Talon coming in!
The Ashe doing damage. To get that double buff.
They need
she gets it on.
Running!
Orianna responding, gonna come down.
But that's a free dragon.
Well, with both junglers dead, it's pretty risky not to be able to smite it, but we'll see if they start it up.
Looks like they're already starting it up.
Yeah, Ashe going to try to solo it, but with just her Bilgewater Cutlass, I don't think she'll be able to solo it.
And the other team is poised to move in on her.
Yeah, she's spotted out by that Scryer's Bloom.
Oh, but Talon comes in.
Yep. Okay, yeah, so they just try to reset the map. I mean, Ashe probably realized that at level 7 with just a Cutlass, I mean, you can't solo that Infernal Drake, sadly.
Clearing out some wards. Yeah, they're all coming down. They get away. But Sedge is already up. They should stop this dragon. They should stop this dragon siege.
For sure, actually, Mordekaiser.
And the whole team is now up here.
Yep, actually, it's probably going to be a 4v4 at the Dragon Pit. Mordekaiser got pushed off his turret, and first turret gold will go to Darius.
And that's the last thing you need. If you're Mordekaiser, that's the last thing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Darius was already winning pretty heavily his lane. Now with that first turret gold, 30 CS.
Oh, Talon jumps in! Chunks her down! Is she gonna die from it?
And actually, she just barely survives the Talon all in.
But once you blow that as Talon, that's all you got. That's all I got.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to kill a person in one rotation.
Otherwise, that's it. And they're gonna go push him off Dragon. Setswani!
Okay, against the good smite.
Setswani!
Mordekaiser going in.
Just beating down this Setswani. Slowly but surely. Ashe's gonna make sure she sticks.
Okay, the shutdown to the Ashe. So.
Good job feeding it to the Ashe. She's already ahead.
The flash apprehend by the Darius and just misses the Ashe.
Just like that wall was just like you hate to see that happen over walls. He's just trying to reach out and touch you over a wall. It's okay. No, it wouldn't have been okay if he grabbed you. That'd have been like terrible.
Yeah, no. Plus and plus now at that moment you're an Ashe that gets grabbed over a wall with no flash available. You're kind of a goner. So yeah, but we'll see what happens. I mean, Yasuo has completed his first crit item, still CSing very, very well despite being 1 and 3.
Right?
So I mean, at the end of the day, the Yasuo went even in gold with the ranged ADC. So I mean, didn't feed, still staying relevant in the game.
Yeah, I count that as a win.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, I mean, if you go in willingly to be an under-leveled Yasuo bot against a range, if you go even in the lane, that's, you know, already something very positive on their side.
Right, because you're not losing, you're not detriment.
Yeah, exactly. And once he'll start working on those IE components, which he'll probably be starting very, very soon. I mean,
and we got it all in from talent. But see,
there we go. The exhaust.
The exhaust. That's one we didn't talk about. Exhaust slows them down.
Very
slows them down
effective,
and takes away damage.
Mordekaiser going ham on the system.
Going in! And this time he gets her done!
Yeah, got her.
Barely survived!
Yeah. Oh, he's getting greedy for that cannon minion. Is he gonna get...
No, his team's here. His team's here.
Yeah, backing up that talent, pushing down mid. With the mid laner gone and the jungler that got chunked earlier, I'm not sure if they'll look to maybe try and start warding the Rift Herald before it expires.
Looks like they're already working on it. Looks like Mordekaiser's working on it.
Definitely. So now Talon has his Mobies, his Tiamat, and the Yomus, so he'll just be like flying through the map, jumping over walls, and one-shotting your backline. So they'll have to be
that's not what you want. Yeah, I mean, that's not what you want to see.
No, definitely. But at least Darius got a lot of solo gold getting that first turret, so he'll be a powerhouse on the Pentaqueue side.
Right, but for a game full of blood and full of violence and full of death, we're really, really even.
Yeah, we're dead even. There's not even 100 gold that separates both teams at the moment, so it's really anyone's team. It's really anyone's game at the moment.
Yep, we're really, really even. We're hoping that we're real. Oh, that Mordekaiser was trying to get him.
Yeah, he just barely missed the E.
Trying to pull him in. He's like, "Hey, come here. You like music? I got some songs for you, buddy."
Yeah, well now
this J4 jumping on the Yasuo, pulling him close, but that Yasuo, it's gonna save him. Talon gonna get out of there once he delivers his damage. But this Darius is gonna clean up.
They have to.
But they reset aggro on it, so they gotta start all over again.
Yeah, they're just trading their Rift Herald for the boss turret, which is not a bad trade, all depending on what they'll be able to get with it.
I mean, yeah.
But I mean, it's a pretty good fight in general by Pentaqueue because they recognized that it was 5v3 dancing around the Rift. They outnumbered them, so in no way was Flabber Goons ever going to win that fight 5v3 without their fed ADC. So I mean, it's a very good fight. Get 2 kills, take the Rift Herald.
And now the Rift Herald's coming down.
Okay.
Talon's gonna try to defend. Ash Arrow comes down. Braum. They're gonna try to take her down before she takes down this turret.
Yeah.
She hits it.
Yep, gets
but
one
that's
charge.
all she does.
Yeah, probably a preemptive use of the Rift Herald. Probably could have been a little bit more patient because getting.
And Talon jumps in on her and chunks her down to half.
Yep.
That wasn't a full commit. I wasn't fully committed to killing you. I was just like, hey, back up.
I know for sure, but I mean, even with her Seeker's Arm Guard and almost 100 armor on the Orianna, we still see that with one lethality item, the Talon still does half of her HP with just a partial combo.
So that shield did nothing for you.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, if she wouldn't have shielded, she would have probably had maybe a quarter HP at most left, so that's something at least. But yeah, so Yasuo actually pushing down the bot line, trying to get this. Probably will because the Ashe ultimate is down.
Right.
Starting to get those components. So
now look at the difference starting to start up for the minion count between Ashe and Yasuo. The minion count is getting huge.
Yeah, I mean, now we're setting up a Mountain Drake for Pentaqueue. So at least they'll
And
have
it's about
that.
to go down. Talon jumps over, barely misses it, and gets stuck in the pit. Talon jumps out. Whole team fighting. This Baron pit is not where you want to be.
Oh, definitely.
And Darius gets taken down. You may have got the dragon, but we left with all your lives. And Oriana gets hit by Assault. They're following up on her. That Brown Pop as he gets taken down too. That's an ace going over to Flubber's Goons.
Yeah, and that's a free Baron for Flubber. I mean, they're taking mid, but they should have rushed Baron directly because it's free basically. But I mean, taking down mid, yeah. I mean, that's kind of a misplay in my opinion. That's a free Baron.
Yeah, but so early. The death timers are really early right now, you know?
Well, I mean, for sure, but it was basically a clean.
And Lulu's just get taken to the shadow realm and chunked down. She's running for her little life. You can see her patting her feet, but she can't make it, and she goes down too. She was running away with all the little feet power her little feet could bear, but she couldn't run.
Feels bad, man, for the Yordle. But yeah, definitely with an Ardent Sensor and some Mobies can't survive.
Not gonna lie, that hurt my feelings. You could have let her live a little bit. You took her to the shadow round, she was chasing her around. She's like, come on, bro, please.
Probably scared out of her little Yordle life.
It's just gone.
Yeah, but still, but like you mentioned earlier, I mean, of course the death timers are short, but it was a pretty clean coordinated ace. So I mean, with 20 seconds, 5 people on the Baron this early, I mean, I'm pretty sure with a fit ADC in a mid, they could have done it even before they respawned or close to, but you know, it's their choice. They got 2 turrets mid.
Right, and they just didn't want to get greedy. But the Talon is getting greedy. They're going for the Yordle again.
Yeah, they want
and
that
then, oh my God, she died. They popped her, but Talon popped. Yasuo trying to clean up. Assault stunning Yasuo, but it's not enough because he's out. Misses his Q. Using the wind wall, got pulled close, and that close pull got him killed. Triple kill on side of Yasuo, coming up big.
Oh, and the Ashe dodges the Sejuani. The Sejuani E, so that's good for her. She would have probably died.
Got juked. Oh my God. That juke was like, whoop, I can do the Heisman.
You know, for sure, but meanwhile, during all that, Darius is just split pushing top. So got these 2 turrets.
And they sent J4 to handle him. J4 can do that.
Yeah, with the Ashe slowing, the perma slowing the Darius, it's definitely a goner.
Yeah, you're done. But they're gonna take mid turret while you're fighting up there against Darius.
Yeah, I mean, probably a questionable decision to go for the Darius. Your team would have probably respawned and been able to stop his push top. Meanwhile, if you go top, well, I mean, you lose the mid for free.
I mean, yes, they lost the mid for free, but they didn't want Darius to just like, all right, so you defend mid, but now you still have Darius pushing up top.
Well, no, exactly. Well, but the team would have respawned in time to contest the Darius's push. I mean, I understand that they wanted to do it ASAP, but doing that, they lost top, lost the mid turret. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's what they decided to do.
Right.
But now, I mean, the game is wide open because they have lost 2, like one team lost both of their turrets top, which is what you need to pressure Baron. And the other team lost both turrets mid, so they're gonna have a very long lane to get pushed down if they get ace and it's pushing towards them, while the other team wants to do Baron.
J4 trying to get, and Sejuani not afraid at all. Still gonna take her chicken.
Okay, well, a big
Yasuo goes in. Start tucking at J4. J4 is gonna leave with about half his health, but gets pulled back in. J4 came in and got taken out. And in the Shadow Realm, it goes down in the shadows as Mordekaiser take down Yasuo. Talon running for his life.
Yeah, that's basically all that went well, though, for the red team, for Flabber Goons, because, I mean, Mordekaiser did finally bring the Yasuo down, but now blue team are 5 strong.
Yep, they did not lose that much. And the worst part of it is you lost 2 of your damage dealers. Talon has to go back and heal up, but both of your damage dealers are close up, and you're starting to feel the pressure of that range that you got to play at. You have to play up close.
Yeah,
and
exactly. I mean,
You know,
I mean, looking for these skirmishes are a very good choice by the blue team because that's what they want to do. Because later in the game, they won't have a safe enough wave clear if they do lose a fight. But they have to make sure that the whole team is there because they fought 3v. I mean, they fought outnumbered the red team, and they definitely can't do that for a team that wants to engage on them. They have to be very wary.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the Talon versus Yasuo 1v1 bot.
And let's see how this goes. Talon.
Okay, Yasuo
use
with
that
tornado.
He
Okay,
uses
well,
that
Talon
wind
just
wall to
backs
block
up.
those rakes. That's very
Yes, I mean,
important.
definitely. Yeah, that's 2 stacks of Talon's passive as well. So if you block that, that should pretty much negate. Oh, and J4 going on the Sejuani.
And Sejuani getting engaged on, jumped on. They can't help her. But Yasuo comes in and saves the day.
Yeah, see, like they actually all in the Sejuani that basically lost no health, and then the Yasuo just double killed both of them.
And that's a free dragon.
Yeah,
Somebody
see,
put a sign on that. It was free.
Now 5v3 with their jungler dead, they should run to Baron as fast as they can, but Sejuani and Mordekaiser, Sejuani and Darius decide to push bot instead.
I mean, they're not trying to get greedy. I'm gonna give them credit for not being too greedy, but I feel like you're right.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, now 27 minutes in, the death timers are more than enough to take it down, especially with a Mountain Drake in their pockets.
Yeah.
So maybe, like you said earlier, a 20-minute Baron is a little bit risky if you're not 100% sure that you can take it, but not 27 if you get a double kill, especially if the other jungler is out of the picture. It's automatic, you run the Baron, you have to do it. If not, you're just wasting whatever that good team fight, basically won for you.
Well, they're not feeling too confident about going for it, so which is why they're gonna pull back here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, slow and steady. I mean, if they think that they can keep winning again and again these fights without consequence and not wanting to take the Baron unless they get a clean ace, I mean, that's on them.
Chasing him down.
Yep, well, the Darius starting to get some tank items in.
And
oh, the Talon flashes in, actually.
flash in Q ult.
Ignite, everything, the whole shabazz, I mean.
And now Sedge comes in, throws the ult out, but don't see the rest of the team coming up from River and they're spending a lot to get rid of this Sejuani.
Oh, 4-man shockwave though on the Orianna.
And they jumped on her. They're not spending enough to get rid of her.
Yeah,
But they don't care. She's in the Shadow Realm again. Poor Lulu goes down again.
Yeah. Definitely the Mordekaiser has something against Yordles because he's
Like, yo, dude, did you play TFT recently and just got beat?
And the Yasuo actually solos the Ashe mid.
Oh my god, you must have got beat by some Yordles in TFT.
Definitely. Oh, and he ults the Talon.
And he got away with it! Smalls coming up big in the mid lane.
Yeah, Small just back-to-back solo kills 2 people on the team, showing him that Yasuo pick bot lane is definitely something he's comfortable on.
Yo.
Starting to run away with the game though.
As they bust open the base, now the inhibitor turret's down. They're looking at an open hip. Flubber Goons need to get it together now. This is the point, and it's the part in the game where you guys gotta get it together.
They definitely have to focus this Yasuo as much as they can because he's the only threat at the moment on the blue side.
And they're trying to focus him now, but look at this.
2v1, the Yasuo.
And here comes a third. Getting chunked and finally goes down to Mordekaiser. But you forgot I'm Darius. I came in. Whoa. They stalled him out. Ash poking him down. He's too slow.
Yeah,
Lulu tried to save him, but it wasn't enough as he goes down too.
Yeah.
Now you put Sejuani in a bad position. Lulu got taken down. Sejuani getting jumped on. She can't survive. And he goes down. That's another one goes over to Flubber's Goons.
Yep, so red team pinging Baron now. With a 35-second timer on Sejuani, I mean, there's really like almost no risk. Yep, so Mordekaiser's already actually started the Baron himself, just giving a subtle...
just come over when you can, guys. Just come over when you can.
Subtle advice. Hey, guys, I'm trying to settle the Baron. Just come over whenever you're ready.
You know what I mean? Like, the pizza's ready. We got food and drinks. Just come on, sit down. This is ours right here.
I definitely see like the jungler. Yeah, I mean,
didn't even need him.
Yeah,
didn't even need him.
Jungler.
J4 showed up to the party, was like, "Hey guys, where the food? Y'all ate all the food."
And we kind of realized exactly what I just mentioned, that having shut down the Yasuo, no matter how many people flash in to try and finish off the team, the Yasuo has the most gold in the game and is at least 3 or 4k over any other member on his team, whereas the gold is pretty much evenly just distributed between the carries on the red side. So even if you take one of them down, there's someone that's going to pick up the slack on their side. I mean, the Orion is really having a tough game. She almost has less gold than the Lulu. She has 1,000 gold more than their support, so definitely not putting out the DPS that she needs to.
No. And we haven't seen like a good shockwave ult where we're looking for one of those, and they're looking for Infernal Drake.
Well, I mean, she has gotten some not bad shockwaves. Even one of them, when they were fighting at that top turret, she got a 4-man shockwave. But
we both know what type of ult we're looking for. Fight-changing ults.
But sometimes, even with a powerful ultimate like that, if you're so far behind in gold, even if you catch the whole team in it, if it does negative damage, it's not going to do anything.
As they're trying to push them off this dragon, but a turret goes down up top.
Yeah, so
Mordekaiser pulls in Sejuani, and this time Yasuo gets caught, but they are not confident to go in and take it. That ass are landing perfectly on Yasuo, and they will not take that shot.
Well, I mean, they took it, but now with the completion of the GA, even if you take him down once, I mean, you have to start all over again with the safety of the Lulu ultimate too. I mean, red team are just pushing down the mid in the meantime. But definitely, if they don't see the Yasuo...
And there goes the Sejuani. It's Sejuani ult. You stay. Smalls goes down.
Yep, Smalls gets another kill, taking down the jungler. So, even with the pressure of the Baron buff, red team's still on their heels, actually.
It's crazy how, you know, it's the kills from early game that's just carrying them through so far. Their objective taking, as you can say, it's questionable. I mean, you can question whether they have went for that Baron or not early on, but we are in the situation we are now.
Yeah, exactly. And now the Yasuo with 16k gold and almost already filled full build at 33 minutes. I mean, he's really going to be a monster. I mean, if they want to have a chance, they either need to kill the Yasuo first, or try and just farm it out and get your carries to their fuller builds. Because I mean, at the moment, like, nobody can compete with the Yasuo.
Right.
I mean, we saw him earlier in the jungle, almost 1v3 and kill all 3 of them. So he definitely has the damage and the mechanics to solo carry the rest of this game if they give them a chance.
The whole point is giving them a chance.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, see, he's face checking the whole team.
And he's like,
pokes him with the Q.
Like, bruh.
He's really not phased by anything. He knows how strong he is at the moment. So yeah, and plus with that Bloodthirster and the GA, I mean, even if he gets poked down, he Qs once a minute and he goes back to full health. So.
Now I'm gonna say something about Flabber's Goons. I've commentated one of their matches before. They are very good at taking late game mistakes and making them huge, and turning the whole tide of a game due to those late game mistakes. What I'm going to say is they need to play this by the book. If they make a mistake, Flabber's Goons will react properly.
Oh, and then Sejuani going in with the ultimate.
Going into the ultimate, not getting much done. J4 coming in. Yep, and J4 gets taken down. Flabber's Goons are now on the run. Mordekaiser.
Yep, Mordekaiser and their whole team gets the Yasuo GA, but that's about
takes down the Yordle, but the rest of the team's alive.
Yep, so that's a 4 for 3 for Pentaqueue, but with their fit, Yasuo is still alive against a lonely Braum support. That's a pretty sure.
You don't know how. You know what I mean? You can't expect him to defend everything.
No, for sure. I mean, that's a mid init that's gonna go down for the Pentaqueue team. And with Baron and Elder spawning in a little more than a minute each, I mean, they're gonna have huge pressure mid, and they're gonna get full vision of those objectives, whichever they choose to go for.
And it's crazy how this is playing out so far.
I mean, the Yasuo is basically, I mean, he's basically not in any danger for the whole fight. I mean, they got his GA, which is great, but they only got it at the end of the fight. So during the whole fight, I mean, he was healing up for so much and just going full beast mode. They definitely have to find a way to capitalize and kill him now that his GA is down, and maybe after that they'll be able to take the fight. Because with the Yasuo down, I think that Flabber Goons will be able to take the fight pretty easily.
Yeah, but they have to stop spending so much on the Sejuani when she engages.
Yeah, for sure. But at the moment, with that Spirit Visage, her Cinder Hulk, and the Warmog, she's really, really tanking really hard to take down by any of the members.
Right,
even
but
Ash.
you're spending too much on her when you could be spending it on.
Okay, they're going in. Okay, yeah.
They're going for him, but he gets caught. There's Sejuani, causing a huge disruption. And Braum goes down. Mordekaiser in the Shadow Realm. Who is he fighting? Nobody as he comes out. Darius takes down J4. Chunk down Ash.
Oh, they're turning this around actually.
Sejuani. Yasuo still awake.
Oh,
he goes down. Orianna versus Mordekaiser.
Oh.
She flashes out. She's trying to survive. He's on the hunt. She uses her skill to run from him. Another one to slow him down. She's now trying to kill him.
But meanwhile, in the red base,
Running for him. And the hand pulls her back. But the stopwatch saves her life as she runs away.
But
out to safety.
But I mean, the minions just took both, are taking both turrets in the red team's base.
Oh!
I mean, now the last turret has just over 100 HP left. I mean,
was it worth it?
I mean, probably not. With all the pressure that they're eating from the Yasuo with his GA that'll be up probably for the next fight. I mean, things are looking pretty bleak. If they lose so much as one person, the red team, the game is over. They're just gonna push and win.
I just want to say that Orianna! That was a good stopwatch. Oh my God, I don't know if that was Zonya's stopwatch, but whatever it is, it stopped my heart. I thought you were dead. I counted you dead. I toe tagged you. You understand? But let's get back into the game as they're going for Baron.
Yeah, blue team just starting it. They have the red team has no vision whatsoever near it, so they have no idea this is
wow!
going on, so.
That is a massive mistake on the side of Flabber Goons.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of just like scared to walk into the near the pit because they had zero vision on that other side of the map. So now with Baron buff, with a
and they're going immediately to Dragon.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna get maybe both objectives. I mean with mid pushing in and only a few hundred HP left on their last Nexus.
And they have to defend. They can't do anything else about this.
Yeah, but now with that fed Yasuo that's now actually completed his Sterax gauge for his full build, Baron and Elder on the blue side. I mean, they have to make a miracle happen to be able to stop this.
Well, I'm not a fan of speculation, but I do believe in miracles. Hopefully, Flubber's Goon can pull one out.
Yeah, I mean, Orianna.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean they're just going ham like that. Like that turret just melted away.
That was 2 hits. They're defending as best as they can.
I mean, at the moment, if blue team wants to make it slow, just protect those range minions and let them do their job. I mean, see, they're just chunking away.
They are really chunking away.
I mean, they haven't even touched that turret and it's already at half HP. I mean, yeah, I mean, they haven't even gotten one auto on that turret and it's already half dead. So if they just do that once or twice again and that turret's gonna go down.
Orianna, Redemption comes down to try to keep him healthy.
Yep. Yep, just chipping away at that turret. Now it's at 10% HP. It's going down. They can't do anything about this.
Now, their other inhibitor, their other Nexus turret has gone down. While we're down, it's going down. While we're down here, now the turret's down. They're no longer scared. Pulling them in. Double kill on Darius. And that's Ed. And that triple kill.
Yep,
And that's all she wrote. This Nexus will go down. And your first game winner is going to be
Pentaqueue.
I keep forgetting this. I keep wanting to say PQ.
Ah, you can say PQ, that's fine.
I was going to say PQ. Oh, my God.
69 kills in that game.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, definitely that Yasuo. He definitely knew what he was doing because pretty much solo carried like most of those fights. Let's take a look at those damage charts.
Bruh, let's take a look at this damage chart. Let's see what this damage chart looks like. Woohoo! That damage chart is gnarly. But Mordekaiser was not that far behind.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I mentioned earlier that the Yasuo had most of the gold on their team, and it really reflects on the damage chart that he basically had at least 50% more damage than anyone else on his team, and even you see that the Orianna, even though she's a pretty safe pick and has a lot of AoE damage, was nowhere near what the Yasuo put out.
No, and nowhere near what the Talon put out either.
Yeah, but I mean, the other thing is that other teams, the gold was distributed pretty evenly between the carries towards the end. So, I mean, they were all kind of contributing. But yeah, that Yasuo just got too fed too fast and was really hard, really hard for the other team.
And really, really hard to put down. That was the thing. They tried to get onto the Yasuo. Good item building from the Yasuo kept him from going down. The GA early would,
the Sterax, especially at the end with that shield that you get from it.
So it was good item building on top of that. So not only did you have a really hard to kill, great execution, max damage champion, now you have a champion that's got all of that damage, all of that power, and on top of that, he was hard to kill. So
yeah. And not to mention the Lulu pick to keep it even safer, so he gets extra shields from the Lulu, gets more HP from her ultimates.
That's just it's just a
yeah,
rough game.
I mean, even need be, it's basically like the Yasuo show. Even the Orianna at that point at the end, I mean, don't dish out damage. Just make sure the Yasuo is sped up and shielded, and he'll just like run down 1v5 and kill the whole team.
So for Flabber's Goons, your next game, I want to see more wards. I want to see more wards. Hold on, Vision, score. Flabber's Goons has so they had a high rate of wards. They've bought a couple of pink wards, not many.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the Vision was actually a little bit better than it seems like, but definitely, I mean...
But it wasn't effective when you needed it. That's the thing. When you needed to spot that Baron was getting taken, maybe you had a chance to object. Like, okay, let's object. Can we go in? But you didn't even have that option because you didn't see that. You didn't see them going for it. You ain't see it at all. It just happened, and it's gone.
And plus, they got the 2 buffs back to back, so even they weren't even comfortable enough to even go for the Elder or just get Vision. Well, actually, the J4 did the scuttle on the Elder side, so when the other team is AFK are disappeared for that long on the map, I mean, you can pretty safely assume that they're doing like all 5 of them are rushing Baron, so you could try to ward your flanks and start up the Elder yourself. But what really worries me, especially about the Vision, is that the second to last person that had the lowest Vision score on Flabber Goons squad was the jungler,
right,
which should arguably have the second highest Vision score on the team and bought 0 control wards that game. So definitely want to see more of that from their jungler to be able to help the team, you know, get an assessment of the situation to be able to make better decisions.
Right, but you and I talked about it last time. No matter how high your Vision score is, if you don't spot anyone with a ward, it's a waste of a ward. A waste. If you put them all across your map, you can put them all around your map. Put them everywhere. Put them. But if they don't spot someone, if they're not used to help you make a decision or to give you more information, what's the point of the ward if it doesn't give you more info?
Well, of course, like strategic ward placement is like the second degree of it, but I mean, to be able to get into that conversation, your jungler has to actually buy control wards, which he didn't. I mean, he has
But-
0 control wards the
yeah.
whole game. So I mean, at
But
that point, that's unforgivable for a jungler. Just
Okay.
just FYI, people.
He didn't have a control ward. Yes, that's true. He didn't have a control ward. But the wards they did place, they still have a high number. They should have been more aware of where they wanted to go and if they could contest.
Well, no, I mean that's undeniable. I mean, mid game, even if they had that fed Yasuo, the rest of the team was pretty underwhelming on their own. So if you see just like I don't know, like the Darius and the Orianna running at you, they had like they were underleveled and had no like, and they didn't have nearly as much gold as Flabber Goons. So at that point, I mean, you can still push to get that vision, which they didn't. Most of their vision was kind of defensive, concentrated in their own jungle, which, as you mentioned, very good. Like very good on paper, gonna give you vision score, but if you don't spot anyone with those wards, I mean, what's the use? They're
Right.
just sitting there they're just sitting in your jungle all game, and no one goes on them. So
Right. So, as for bans for Flabber Goons, my ban would definitely be Yasuo. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. That was
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the Smalls Yasuo was surprisingly good, very effective.
that was bad.
They didn't have a hard as much
And-
as a hard time as you would have expected in
And you
lane
would
against all.
right, because they were doing it right early. Poke him down. Don't let him
Yeah.
get minions. Don't let him do it for free. Poke him. Poke him. Poke him. Hey,
Yep,
bro, where you
yep.
going? No. You're
Yep,
not
the
going
first
there. Come here. Take this poke. Don't run.
Maybe in the next, I mean, let's say for some reason they don't ban the Yasuo, or if they would have to take a repeat of that game, I would have liked maybe something that would have poked a little bit more than the Braum with the Ashe, because I mean, Ashe was doing her darnest to try and poke down the Lulu or the Yasuo, whoever was closest. But if you don't have a backup
Right.
poke to try and poke them down with the Lulu shields and on her return she can poke pretty well as well if she wants to.
You know who would have been a good one? Karma.
Karma, definitely. I
Karma
mean, the
would've
speed
been
up
good.
for the Ashe, keeping
Yup.
the Ashe, safe with some speed ups and the roots to try and root anyone that tries to engage on her. Plus, the root actually goes through the Yasuo wind wall, so if he dashes at you, just put that root on him, and he won't be able to go any further.
And
So,
she has a really good poke with her Q.
definitely, yeah. That's
Really-
actually that would have been a really good pick. I'm not sure if Temple Dweller does play the Karma or not, but yeah.
Right. That or
But I
get
mean-
somebody like Leona. Like Leona would have made him pay for it. Leona,
Yeah,
he
that-
walks up
yeah.
to get minions. Leona E Q, stop him, and jump on him. Jump on him. Make him feel like it's not so safe to just walk out and get those minions. That's the big piece. You made him feel safe. After a while, you stop poking him. Like, I think he got in on you one time, and you stop poking him. That can't happen. He cannot feel safe to walk in, grab minions, and walk out with a melee champion. Come on, bro. You can't do that.
Exactly.
That's not
exactly,
cool.
Because we see even with a stalemate bot lane that was pretty much just a farm fest all game until the laning phase was over. I mean, post 6, Yasuo and Ashe were just farming it out. You recognize that the Ashe the Yasuo with the Lulu supporting him was really unfazed by anything that they were throwing at him. They really had no kill potential at all bot lane.
Right.
So at that moment, if you let the Yasuo just freely CS and get ahead actually in CS later in the game, I mean, that's what's going to happen. He's just
And
going
you're
to get
not
his...
gonna, and you can't catch up. You're like, you need to be ahead of a Yasuo.
Definitely. I mean, if he
Because-
goes even like he was, he's just gonna split push those lanes with his static shiv, get all that CS pretty easily, and yeah, and just snowball from there. Get a 1 or 2 good fights, get some shutdown gold, and before you know it, he's a 4-item Yasuo with a GA just running after
And then
you,
you
and he
just-
just cannot die.
You're just not
With-
dealing. So I want to see him gone. I want to see Darius gone. I want to see him gone. They both have too much familiarity. They're both familiar with the character. Like, yeah, maybe you wanted to keep him around, maybe you wanted to pick him yourself, and you just wanted to, keep him around. But now you know your opponent actually has that character as a pocket for you. Get rid of him. Make him play his second or third. Force him onto maybe some unfamiliar ground, and see if you can get him, a more even lane there. Because the top lane, though you didn't do bad, you didn't don't make me say you done bad. You did not do bad. But early game CS is a must. You were behind 30, 40, half.
Yeah,
You,
yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, but actually, one important thing to note that I was actually surprised to see that the Mordekaiser was actually still very, very strong even after those nerfs. Though you saw that in some of those fights, he was just a juggernaut, like getting like kill after kill and dishing out a lot of damage.
and poor Lulu. Poor
Yeah,
Lulu.
poor Lulu. Yes, sent to the Shadow Realm to die so many times.
So poor Lulu. It's not a waste of an ult. You got somebody killed. It's just, why her? Like,
I mean, well, I mean, arguably, I mean, the person that's the less tanky can't really. Well, I mean, it's actually a good thing because with all the utility that she brings to a team fight, buffing up that Yasuo,
yeah,
I'm not
that's
sure.
true.
I'm not sure if you would Shadow Realm her before she would be able to use that ultimate. But if you take her to the Shadow Realm, at that moment, Yasuo was basically on his own. So mid game, when he still wasn't that much ahead, if the Yasuo has no support by the Lulu and you pick him out with the four other members, I think I mean, it's not a bad choice of a
It's
target,
not it's not a bad choice of a target.
and
It
it's
just
basically a
sucks
free
to
kill.
look at it as a spectator because you could just you normally can't see him because you're looking at the two dots move around, but
Yeah, but
now
we
you
can
can see
see
her
her.
running for her little life. Like
Yeah,
you,
you just see that she's just running around permaslowed by the Raleigh, just
and then
waiting
you
for
can see
her
her in the
imminent
little,
death.
and you can see her in the like got into the corner of the shadow realm and just turned
Yeah,
around and looked and like, come on, man, please don't. And that Q came down, you can see it.
yeah, yeah. She just looks at him all pitiful, like,
Like,
please don't hit me with that mace, and just bam.
bam, and just knocks her lights out.
Yeah, definitely. And plus, I mean, a
Oh
solo
man.
laner against a support. I mean, we were looking at a level 8 or 9 Lulu against a level 13 or 14 Mordekaiser are just like running at you and permaslowing you. I mean, there's really no chance for it. Feels bad.
It just really it was really really bad for Lulu, but most importantly, it was bad for Flubber's Goons in the way that game fell out. It's all right. I'm worried about their psyche after that first game. If they don't get rid of the Yasuo and they have to deal with it again, I'm wondering how their psyche is gonna go. How they're gonna take it into the second match, because Team Pentaqueue had their number in different places. Yes, they did make some questionable calls where they didn't go for Baron early. They didn't go for these key items early, or these key objectives. I'm sorry, they didn't go for these key objectives early, and they ended up paying for it later on in the game.
Exactly. I mean, like, how would that game would have went if, for example, they would have gotten that 20-minute Baron that I wanted them to rush down. I mean, who knows? That Yasuo might have not gotten that much fed with that constant Baron push mid game. Maybe they would
Right,
have gotten a couple of more turrets in their name to kind of like try and start getting, because basically most of the game the teams were neck and neck even in gold, even like all the way to the end. Because like I
right.
mentioned, like I mean, the Yasuo had a phenomenal amount of gold compared to his teammates. He was almost 10k gold up on most of his teammates. But I mean, with one person having all that gold, like the average gold on the team was still pretty low, considering that both teams were pretty even. The total of gold was pretty even.
and it was
So
and it was pretty, and like it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad because if you look at the game, if you were watching the last game, you didn't see nothing go wrong really. You just seen a little bit of micro play just go awry a little bit. Just, I didn't go here. I did this objective instead of this objective,
yeah,
and now
exactly.
it
Just
hurts.
small things. I think that the both teams are pretty evenly matched. I mean, a lot of things went well for the victorious team, but a lot of I mean, the losing team did a lot of things very well. I mean, the lanes were pretty much split. I mean, where one lane would get ahead, the other lane would respond, and the advantage would go to the other team. So I mean, it all went down to the Yasuo just getting some very opportunistic kills and got really ahead. But other than that, I mean, I don't. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting second match, that's for sure.
And that's definitely my idea for the things too. Like, the match now is going to be, do you bounce back and how do you bounce back? Do
Yeah.
you bounce back strong, or are you going to let that last game dictate the way you play?
Yeah, definitely. Also, another worthy ban would be the Talon ban, because even though it was a losing effort, Fatal Berserker on Flabbergoon's side had a really solid game on Talon. Just extremely hard to play an AD assassin when the other team has an even more fit AD assassin. But I mean, he really dominated the Oriana at like all stages of
But
all
yeah,
stages.
you need to get your Oriana into the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
exactly.
for but that's
I mean,
for the victorious team. She still, like you said before, she still was a big utility and a big piece of why that team's successful. But we're about to go into the second game of picks and bans.
yeah, so let's see what they're gonna ban out this time.
Morgana the first to go. I could have sworn that was supposed to be Yasuo.
Yeah, well, I mean, they both have like 3 bans on each side, so the order isn't that important. I do believe they first banned Morgana in the first game as well, so definitely don't want to deal with that black shield probably and that eternal root.
Can't cage me for
And then
Silas.
Silas gone.
Silas banned for a second game in the row. I mean,
Somebody
Silas
had some experience.
Yeah, definitely. Someone that has Silas has some good Silas mechanics or some games on him, because even though, I mean, he was kind of nerfed and now is more of a jungler than a laner. I'm not sure how it will be in patch 9.14.
Right.
But, I mean, I don't know. Like, the Silas, his ultimate cooldown went a lot up late game, so he won't have that 9-second cooldown hijack late game anymore.
Right? And now we have Hecarim and Lux banned away. With the Lux, I don't understand that ban, of course, and now we see the Darius banned away.
Okay.
Exactly
Maybe they
what I
are listening
predicted.
to the stream.
That
Yeah,
somebody
they are.
need to listen. Somebody
Yeah,
need to listen. Because that's a good
Yeah.
one.
So with their last ban in the first rotation, it'll be interesting to see if they'll actually straight out. Well, actually, the last ban is was for the victorious team, so they probably won't ban out.
And they
their
took
own Yasuo.
Mordekaiser away. They're like, nope, if you gonna take that, you gonna go on a second champion too. And Urgot comes out.
There we go. So actually, a comfort pick coming in for Masenko, which played very well on the
And
Darius.
Kled with his new updates and new little pieces to his kit.
Exact. I mean, that anti-healing on his bear trap now will be very, very good for something else that he can bring to the team.
Yup. But now we have Sejuani coming to the field again. And it's time Katarina.
Okay. I mean, definitely some potential there for the Katarina to go ham if the Sejuani lands a very good ultimate.
And then we got Oriana again getting picked.
Oriana, not a bad pick against an assassin, even though she had a hard time against Talon. I mean, still relatively safe with the shield unless she misses everything. Very hard to get 100 to 0 with the shield. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, the Katarina is still very slippery to try and, get that. The Talon was banned, so that's probably why they
That's
reverted
probably
to
why.
Katarina. Yeah, because we don't have the exact order of the draft that they made.
Lulu gone.
Lulu gone, definitely, but I mean, they still haven't picked bot lane yet, so will we
Right.
see that they banned the Yasuo?
Zoe gone.
Okay, interesting. Wasn't aware that either of the mid laners
Nah.
played Zoe.
Nah, I don't see anything in his match history.
But
for Zoe.
I mean, nothing feels worse than a Zoe just one-shotting you from out of vision completely.
And Soraka's
just-
gone. Yasuo is still a thing.
Yeah, Yasuo is still up. I mean, they got rid of the Lulu for the utility, but I mean, they're still. I mean, we were talking about the Karma earlier.
But they left out Taya.
Yep, Smalls definitely had a pop-off game on Zaya yesterday, so looks like
Yeah.
they keep that.
That game was deadly. I'd have kept getting rid of Zaya.
Oh, and they left open Naruto.
Wait a
runners
minute.
Jinx this time.
Wait a minute. They said, let's go all out and see what you do. Jinx coming to play. And being backed up by Nautilus. They are looking for kills.
Yeah, definitely a kill line for the Jinx. I mean, if you stack up that Nautilus hook and the root on top of the Jinx chompers, you're basically CC'd for the rest of the time until you die.
Yep,
But
and now
Zaya-
we're looking at our last pick, which is Father Time Zillion. That'll round out our picks and bans. Let's talk about the changes coming into this one.
Yeah, a couple of adjustments for both teams. I mean, mid still playing an assassin on FQ's side.
Right.
Got a little bit more better utility, I find. Tankiness utility on the Nautilus this time as well. But that Zillion, though, if he speeds up that Warwick, he's going to be running at 100 miles per hour, just running at you and ulting you from the other side of the map. So, I mean, it's not a bad pick. The Kled will be interesting enough to see how he fares. I mean, we don't see that pick often. So,
Well, I
I'll be.
mean, we're gonna start seeing them more often due to the changes that they made in the kit that made them so much powerful. But what I really want to
Exactly.
notice, what I really want to take note is that they're not Pentaqueue is not going too far from their first pick. They're not going too far. Oriana's still there. The top lane is still a really oppressive top laner with Kled being, he can grab onto you. He can even ultra whole team. So not only can Oriana make him go fast, Father Time can make him go fast. You got Kled ult as well.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with the Kled charging in your ultimate, Warwick with his passive, the Zillion just speeding up them even more. They're definitely going to be charging to that FQ team, like no, sorry, to the Flabber Goons team, like full throttle ahead and looking for a pick.
100.
Yeah,
And
I
that
mean,
and there's
definitely
not
going to want to
something you
run
can
that.
do about, like, there's nothing you can do about that. They're gonna just charge at you. But in response, they have a Nautilus now.
Yeah,
That
they have a Nautilus to try and they can hook, they could root them. They have the Sejuani ultimate that can be used offensively or defensively. And like we mentioned earlier, I mean that Katarina, we don't see her a lot, but if she's left to just jump in on your backline and ult them, she gets those resets. If you have the CC to back it up and give her a chance, she's gonna jump in there, and before you know it, you're all gonna be dead. So that'll be interesting to see.
Now, what's interesting on my book is that they got picked. They vied to get 3 tanks this time. This time they want to play around Jinx. It looks like they're gonna want to play around Naruto runners. They're gonna want to play around his Jinx. They're gonna want to get her fed. They're gonna want to bring him to late game, and they're gonna want to let them tanks protect him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that seems to be the strategy because I mean, the Urgot still does deceptively a lot of damage, especially with Conqueror, even if he goes a pretty tanky build.
Right.
But but I mean, if you keep him safe, like you said, with the Urgot, with the Sejuani, with the Nautilus, I mean, that Jinx and that Katarina will just have like free reign to jump on whoever they want, start killing whoever they want on the other team. And plus, with that extra, Urgot, that's probably going to go towards, a Black Cleaver to shred their Warwick and their Kled down to get, that extra damage on them.
And the best part about all of that is, even after all that's being said, they are, other than Kled and Warwick, they're pretty squishy.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, it always depends, of course, what kind of build they'll go. But I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, Zillion, of course, gives a second life to someone. It's really going to depend on how the jungle is going to go because a tank jungler that gets ahead and it doesn't get those tanky items, even though he's supposed to be a tank, if he's under leveled and under itemized, I mean, can still be pretty squishy, even if his role is to go and engage. And Warwick, compared to Sejuani, also, I mean, they both have at least innate kit parts of their kit that give them extra tankiness, even without items. So at least they got that going for them. But yeah, I mean, both comps again, pretty balanced. You got CC, you got your tanks, you got mixed damage.
Right.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for this. Let's get into this.
Now, there's one thing that I didn't see last game that I was hoping to see, and it was the use of these 2 teleports that the team is taking, that Pentaqueue is taking. They have 2 teleports, and they didn't come into play at all. They didn't use them to make plays across the map as much. I'm not seeing them go into different pieces to make it as much. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
concerns me.
yeah. It's actually a very good point. We were talking about earlier about objective mistakes, but failed TPs as well, and not being able to use effectively the TP that you chose. I mean, definitely it's something that I'll have to look more, try to get more effective flanks on their TPs to be
Right.
able to, change the outcome of the fight. Because the whole thing is to try and get a deep ward, flank TP behind them, flank them without them being, without suspecting it at all, which didn't really happen at all last game for both sides.
And we're paused again.
Wonder if it's the jungler that didn't connect again. Okay, well actually this time it's mid lane that didn't
This
load.
time it's mid lane. Hopefully Flabber's Goons, who is, if you want to follow along, there's the team on the left, while Pentaqueue is the team on the right. We're hoping that, I'm hoping that they get their feet under the ground, they throw last game behind them, and they come out swinging. Because that's the Flubber Goons way I've seen so far. Normally, after their first game, if it's a loss, I see them the next game, they make adjustments, they come out, and they come back swinging. And I hope that continues here, and they come out, they come swinging, and they come hard.
Yeah, I mean for sure. Last game, I mean the losing team actually got first blood. If we recall that 5-man invade, so definitely like coming out swinging, trying to get like an early advantage. So I wonder if they'll be able to do something similar this game or not.
Alrighty, as I'm getting a message from one of the players, I'm trying to answer that right now. See what's going on. Alright, as we're just waiting. I don't know if it's issues with the patch that is going on, but it's alright. We don't blame Riot for everything. It's okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, stuff happens like that. I mean, what are you gonna do? We'll get into it soon enough.
Yep, soon enough. But if you're just joining us, it's 1-0 going over to Pentaqueue. This is the second game they loaded into, and we're really, really hoping that, Flubber Goon gets into it and they get in the real big swing of things, because I don't like one-sided matches. I like it to go back and forth. I like yelling. Ah!
Want to get in some action.
Yeah, this pause screen is killing me. And I hope it doesn't kill the mood of Pentaqueue. I hope this doesn't kill the mood of Flubber's Goons. Whatever mentality they had. There we go.
Okay, well, I mean, the mid laner
we're
just
reconnecting. I mean, we're about to get into this.
Yeah, teams will probably go through a quick check ready and see if everyone's ready to restart the game.
So excited, man. I'm really excited. As this is the playoff game, guys. If you're just joining us, this is our playoff game.
Yeah, so it's a best 2 of 3. Like we mentioned earlier, Pentaqueue took the first game, so this is the second game of the series.
Like, oh my God, man. And this game is pivotal for Flubber's Goons. They can't lose this one.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't lose it.
It's a go big or go home kind of situation.
And you don't want to go home.
No, definitely.
All right, and we started up.
Okay, let's do this. Okay,
And
so you see, same strategy.
And it
as
looks
the
like
first-
they're going for it.
Yeah,
And then catches him and caught him out. Threw him over his shoulder, and he goes down. Father Time goes down.
Second game in the row that Golden Dragon Lord gets the first
Good
blood.
Lord. This
I
Flubber's
mean-
Goon squad said, hey, we're going to go back, but can we get some more? They're going for it. And he got drugged. The hook. That dog stuck in your head. They're running. Oriana got taken back. Warwick get chucked down. He goes down too. Here we go. Zaya running for her life. Flashes out. They got the flash. Father Time came back. But Jessica ran down again. One more shot. They flash up. Father Time gets taken down over the wall. That's 3 going on. Flubber's Goons. What is this? This is the playoff
they definitely don't want to go home after just 2 games. They just like went full man mode.
Good lord!
I mean, 4 out of 5 people blew their flashes on Flabber Goons' side to go get those 3 first kills. So hopefully they'll be able to keep going, pedal to the metal, and make those make all those flashes expended worth it.
Oh my god! What a flipping him over. Lead. Just some early round trading. As we go down the bottom, we're moving around the map.
Yeah.
Like, what does that do to your morale if you're Pentaqueue? You won the last game, and they came into this game and said, nah, we're gonna show you we're not scared of you at all. Father Time getting caught! There's Jinx on top of him! Father Time goes down! Naruto runners running into another kill!
I mean, that's exactly the win condition we were talking about earlier, is get that Jinx fed. It's just going to be the primary damage dealer with a 3-tank comp. And I mean, at 2-0-1, at 2.5, almost not even 3 minutes in the game, I mean, they're already set up for success.
And this game looking night and day!
Okay, so Warwick.
And then Warwick looking for him, chasing him down. There's one, but Gani gets taken down. That's the first kill for Pentaqueue.
Yeah, well, I mean, Seafood Messiah. I'm not sure it was just a guess, but I mean, Sejuani doesn't have the healthiest clear in a jungle because she has no like sustain. So I mean, Warwick just takes a guess, goes to check out her buff.
Warwick, why would you take those 2 shots?
I don't
Now
know,
you just made this easier! As she goes for him! Running! He's not gonna get away! That flash goes up! And gets taken down! That's not what you needed! Those 2 shots by the turret, why?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why he went that direction. I mean, maybe he was scared that the team would collapse and didn't want to go back through the river, but I mean, after taking 2 short toss...
And this Nautilus taking no prisoners! Jumping over! Zaya chucking at, trying to take down Jinx! But you can't forget Nautilus back there! And he takes her down! Father Time, you can't leave! But get taken down by Father Time! Nautilus running! Father Time chucking at him, but he's just too tanky.
Yeah, I mean, you see that shield even at level 3 gives him massive survivability in a fight. I mean, you see that the Jinx already has a 4 minute BS sword already in her inventory, so definitely. So
like y'all gotta look out for these early invades. This is the second game.
I mean, for sure. I mean, unless something really surprising happened and they get an early ace at an objective fight or something. I mean, they're already a 1,500 gold behind at not even 5 minutes.
That's crazy. And you're right. You can see the pedal to the metal idea. Oriana keeping this Katarina out of her face.
Yeah, I mean, the Katarina is pretty lucky that she did get that kill with the double buff still active. So I mean, even if she gets
looking juicy.
Yep, Kled really like low HP.
Like you're risking a lot up there, buddy.
Yeah, but Margot is Flash isn't quite up yet. Kled still has his flash, so I mean, probably not worth the risk. But double bomb by Zillion, that gets hooked.
He's running up to Zaya. This is the danger. That's the root.
Oh, the root.
The root on and that hook. That song stuck in your head, and another one goes over to Jinx. There's a double kill going over to Jinx.
Another kill by Jinx. So 4 kills in.
Oh my God!
I mean, it's kind of like a poor choice of fights by bot lane, even though the Zillion landed 2 double bomb stuns on the Jinx directly. I mean, you cannot fight a Jinx that already has a BF sword in your inventory against your ADC that had boots and a longsword. I mean, you're gonna get outdamaged every time.
And this Nautilus, man, Nautilus. That hook is the last thing you want to see when you're walking away.
Oh, definitely. It's just this golden. What's his name yesterday? Is this Puppeteer 1 Smurf?
Right.
For anyone who knows that reference.
You would know if you're if you're paying attention to the stream, you would
Yeah,
know.
if you watch yesterday's stream, yeah, you'll definitely know what we're talking about there. But yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, that bot lane is already getting out of control. I mean, the Jinx.
And the worst part is the Warrior can't come down.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I mean, it's really hard in this situation for a jungler or even a mid that wants to go and roam on that lane if she gets the opportunity to, because, I mean, the Jinx, I mean, she already has...
Holding him down, slowing him, but it's not enough to stop this Urgot.
Yeah, Urgot's just giving the Kled a hard time. Kled, though, is still keeping up in CS, which is basically what he wants to do against that ranged melee matchup.
Right? But then
yeah,
you got
still,
Warwick taking Dragon by himself.
Yeah, Warwick, definitely that's one thing that he can do very well as soon as he completes his jungle item and the healing on his Q.
Just use the bombs. I feel like Zillion, though a good idea on paper, doesn't turn about being so good right now. He's dismounted. We'll talk about that later as he gets taken for a ride.
Yeah, I mean, Urgot's trying to get him low enough to use that ultimate, even though I'm not sure he has enough mana to use it. Yeah, sitting at like 40 mana, so different. Oh, he actually already tried to ultimate him, so probably wasn't low enough to get that execute.
Let me explain why I say Zillion not for this match right now. Right? Nautilus is guaranteed CC. He puts his hands on you, that's guaranteed to stop him. You have to. Zillion has to land a skill shot. Not saying that, you know. But going up top. Clay's in a bad situation. That flash put him in an even worse one. He's running.
Yep, and Urgot flashes for it actually, and just whoa, he lives.
He lived?
He lives with 40 HP.
And Katarina said no. Don't go around that way, buddy.
Yeah,
this Nautilus is in there.
Okay, well, Kled actually very smart. Went all the way back to his inhibitor turret for safety. Probably recognized that the Katarina was roaming and was dangerous to stay too close. But still, I mean, the Urgot just walking all over the cliff. Still CSing very well, so he's not too far behind despite the Urgot
Warwick
all those.
ulting on Urgot. He flips him over and shooting around him. I don't know if you understand, but those are bullets, sir. That ult gonna take him down. Katarina was like, I'm not that far, buddy.
Yeah, Katarina actually stayed surprisingly long in that bush top lane, and exactly when the Warwick was going all in on the Urgot, decided to walk in and just finish him off.
I got your back, buddy. And that's mostly because he's not getting nothing done with his Orianna.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, now even though she's 2-0 and 3, the Katarina, still hard to try and press a mid laner that has that much sustained damage on the minions that can just, you know, safely farm them without getting the chance to engage on you. And now with her lost
Nautilus done.
Nautilus going on.
And that doesn't mean anything because he's just gonna keep walking.
Yeah, Zillion just.
It's Nautilus. It's Nautilus. Yeah. He's just gonna walk out. And that Orianna ult. Claire coming down. That's 3-on-1. Going for her. She goes down.
Yeah,
Did she go back in?
On the Katarina. I mean, she tried to do what she can. Probably a mistake to try and go back to that dagger to walk into 3 people with like 100 HP, but I mean, she was 95.
And look, this time Sejuani waited on him to clear. And that Jinx outshot him, taking him down low enough.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Warwick's very, very greedy to try and to invade their jungle without vision and was already pretty low.
This Flabber Goons team showing that last game mean nothing.
Exactly. I mean,
passing over, chasing him down. Nautilus hook mills. She's rocking. They stopped her. Nautilus ult, pops her up. Urgot on her and takes her down. It was a 4-man gang, but she died to it.
Yep, and now they're starting up the Rift Herald with the Sejuani and the Nautilus. Gonna get this pretty much uncontested since the Warwick is on the other side of the map doing
good Lord! Can we talk about this team changing the Flabber Goons team? Not even scared to take fights, just going for him.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not scared at all, not phased at all by losing that last game. I mean, 11-3 with a almost with a 3K gold lead at 11 minutes. I mean, that's just exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, everything, all the pieces are set for them to be able to get an early W on this game to keep going like this.
And then Rivero comes down. We got it. They're gonna come down and try to save some of it. Warwick, that ult bounced him in there, but Tetuani loses her life for it.
Yep, a very nice engage by the Kled, the Orianna TPing back. I mean, once again, that's actually 2 games in a row that Golden Dragon Lord actually does a very preemptive
and they're just diving her on the tower.
Yeah, just dives them.
They don't even look. They're not even valuing your life.
I mean, with the Scarl that can dismount and get
Whoa!
herself.
They went up there and spotted. Nice hook.
Yeah.
Nice hook to drag you away. Nice way to get away.
Yeah, Warwick just soloing the dragon for a second time, with minimal help from the Orianna just shielding him not so he doesn't get too low. But yeah, that's 2 Cloud Drakes taken solo by Warwick.
And she comes down. Zaya ult early, but gets taken down by Jinx ult. After another one goes down. Flabber's Goons.
Yeah, really putting like exactly the game plan that we predicted into play. Getting that Jinx that already has a completed Infinity Edge at 13 minutes.
And Flubber's Goons popping off!
Yeah, really showing. And Urgot gets solo top turret gold for the first turret. So I mean, every lane has massive gold leads, except maybe mid that is more or less even at the moment gold-wise.
And those 2 turret shots at the early piece of this game is really costly.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, with the Orianna seeing bot lane and the Warwick coming just to try and trim whatever was hitting into the turret, I mean, Katarina.
And this Urgot waited on him. You thought it was safe to farm? Not today, baby. Get off that mount. Come here. Chase him down. Has to use flash. Has to flash away.
I definitely probably wanted to ultimate to get the execute, but actually has no mana to do so. It's up if he could wait for the regen, but...
And here comes Tetuani. Stopping for the time. And gonna take him down as he resurrects.
Yeah, but I mean, he's in the middle of 3 people, so definitely gonna die.
And another one goes over to Jinx.
I mean, Naruto is really running away with this one. Seriously.
I see what you did there.
Because seriously, at the moment, he just came back from buying and has already the components of either a Phantom Dancer or a Static Shiv, all depending on what he did.
And wow! Glenn bringing that ult down, but Nautilus unfazed as Jinx takes down. Oh, everyone goes over to Nautilus.
Yeah, Nautilus gets the kill, but at this point, I mean, the Jinx just running over anyone that gets closer.
And that, again, you hate to see it when you're walking away. That song starts playing, and he gets on his mount. He barely makes it out.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Long live the mounted warrior.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
But that turret goes down.
Warwick ulting in.
And Warwick gets taken down by Jinx. Jinx looking down to take down another one. Jinx with a red buff. You really hate to see that.
Yeah, I mean, she just puts on those rockets and then slows you from a mile away.
You got bombs. It's okay because this Jinx is blowing up too. Jinx stepping too far forward. Gets caught by Clad and finally gets shut down by Zaya. She needs that shutdown goal to get back in this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a very questionable. I don't know why Jinx kept going. She had a lot of money in her inventory. Now Sejuani and Urgot trying to fight 4 people with only
and
the 2
seem
of
to
them.
have lost their footing.
Yeah, I mean, just like 2 like unfortunate mistakes on the other team. Not quite game changing, but just one step in the right direction for Pentaqueue.
Yep.
Still 5k gold down, but they do have at least the 2 Cloud Drakes. They have good objective control. But that Jinx still just finished her Runan's Hurricane, which it was actually. So she has an Infinity Edge and a Rune of 16 minutes. So, I mean, if they let her free fire, it's going to be really hard for them to win a fight.
But she's got to play her position. You've got to play your position. You are, even though you're fed, get back. Let him do this. Let him do his job. He still needs to soak damage for you.
Oh, and the Nautilus hook just barely misses on the Zaya. But yeah, I mean, Jinx just has to keep letting the Nautilus land those hooks and peel for her.
Right.
Because, I mean, she got shut down because she was moved too far forward on her own, maybe being a little bit too confident in how far she's ahead. But at the end of the day, you're still an ADC that's really squishy, and if you get engaged on, I mean, you're definitely gonna die. Unless you have unless you can flash over a wall or something this stage.
And that's not happening right now, because again, you think you're so powerful right now. You can see yourself killing almost anybody, but you got to realize CC is not your best friend if you're an ADC.
Well, no, exactly. And plus the Kled, even though, I mean, he was getting bullied a little bit in lane, still 203, 20 CS down on the Urgot, so, I mean, still a very viable to make a difference in a team fight.
Right.
If you get caught by them.
He jumps in. He's looking for Jinx. Jinx gets up, gets free. They peel Warwick off her. She's shooting from the back. Another ult. Father Time eats that one. Running away.
Oh, the Katarina
and flash root takes down Father Time. He's gonna wake up in the wrong time zone. He's gonna feel like Captain America waking up in the wrong time zone. And another one gets taken down.
And that's a clean ace by
Flabber's Goons.
I mean, yeah, just like rolling over the whole team of 5 for 0, clean A's, pushing down. Probably gonna. Are they gonna go for the inhib?
I want to commend Jinx. She played her part that time. She played it. She was in the back. They peeled Warwick off of her, but she just kept shooting, and melted the rest of that team.
Oh,
melted.
Definitely. That ultimate with the execute damage just exploded whatever little hope they had at the end of that team fight.
They're like, yeah, y'all thought that one little team fight meant something. Back up.
And no, definitely. And now with that 5 for 0 clean ace, I mean, they take back the commanding lead with almost a 10k gold lead, and with Baron about to spawn in the next minute, I mean, red team has to be careful. If they lose just a couple of members, even with the short death timers, that's a free Baron with 8 and 2 Jinx.
But let's notice, there's no wards on the Baron pit at all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, definitely the focus for blue team would have to be to recall, reset the map, go and get a ton of control wards, choke out any vision that the red team might get in the next few seconds on the pit, and at that point, just let them come to you blind, and they'll have to take a fight, 10k gold down.
They're gonna have to do something, because this is starting to run away.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
well, what I mean starting. This has been running away all game. It started with that very hardy invade.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, when you get 3 early kills, level 1, makes it extremely hard for your laners, as we noticed with the Jinx, the Urgot, and the Katarina that all had pressure in their lanes. I mean, you see at the moment that they're
not even letting them take red buff for free. Coming out of nowhere, Sejuani.
Oh, Sejuani ults, gets the Zaya, ults out.
But he can't run, because Katarina's on the side. Takes her down. Father Time revives her, but she's in the wrong spot. Flashes out, but wait, she turns it around. But gets taken down by Urgot.
Yeah, and that's
Kled running from it. Flashed into her.
I mean,
Kled running as fast as his little feet can take him. And that's pretty fast, but Katarina's on the side prowl.
Yeah.
Hooking on Katarina. But Jinx is up there too. And that's an ace going up. That's another one going over the Flabber's Goons.
But actually, Kled and Skarl actually bought them a lot of time, which prevents them from getting a Baron, because he wasted their time. And because of that phase, most of the team has respawned, so what they'll get for their troubles after the ace is T2 top turret.
Right.
So at least they.
And they're gonna take Zillion's life, cause it ain't worth much. But you can just go ahead and die.
Yeah, literally obliterated. He got 2-shot by the Jinx, basically.
Good lord.
Yeah, so now, even if the jungler is up, I mean, without their Zillion being able to get the vision that they need around the Baron pit, they'll probably look to choke out any vision that they have and make them guess on where they are. And
now there's a ward for the Pentaqueue side in there.
yeah, actually in that push near the Baron, they see the TP coming down, and they actually decide to get that.
They're gonna start it up.
Yeah, but they started up actually. Very risky since the jungler is up, but they just mailed it, I mean.
And there's nothing Pentaqueue. They're busy. They're busy. They're busy tending to their base. They're trying to lick their wounds. They're trying to figure out how to get back into this thing. But Flabber Goons, full throttle.
Yeah, really, I mean, like, at the moment, plus they had just reset the map, so no need to recall after that Baron take, and they're just pushing down mid. I mean, Katarina and Jinx aren't far off, and what's really good with the Jinx too, eventually, with that rapid fire cannon, with the rapid fire and the rockets, she actually outranges the turret, so she can get 3 autos on it. But it looks like it's not even needed. They're just conceding that turret.
And look, those were 2 shots.
Yeah, 2 shots on it.
And the inhibitor turret goes down. And now the inhibitor.
I mean, yeah, I mean, at the point it's... I mean, what are they gonna do? 12k cold down, even if you try to get their turret, that Jinx, that 11 kill Jinx with 3 completed crit items will just 3-shot anyone on your team, even if you're under turret.
And like, what do you do from here? How do you get back into it? You're trying to go for a risky one.
The Klet's going for the Jinx.
And gets him, and gets her.
Okay. And with the
This
Jinx
fight turns around. Warwick takes down Nautilus. But this Urgot says, I do damage too.
Yeah, exactly.
Zaya shooting from the side. It's 3v1. He's doing the best he can.
Yeah, that
And takes down Zaya. And oh my god, and further down goes down too. Kled only escapes with his life. You took Jinx down. Oh my god, and he got back. That's a triple kill. That's another ace going over the Flabber's Goons.
I mean, that Urgot just popped up. This showed that he...
Oh my god.
I mean, even if they took care of the Jinx, that Urgot just ripped through their whole team after.
Woo! That Urgot did the work. We talk about work on this. That was some work. Somebody get this man a 401k. He's going to work. Good lord.
Yeah, and then he just proceeds to waltz down bot lane and get that other inhibitor.
He's just gonna walk down. And that was like your last ditch effort. That's like, all right, cool. We've killed the Jinx. Yes. We can now take down the rest of the team. Yay. And then Urgot comes in and wipes.
Yeah, and then Urgot says, nope, not today. I mean, I do damage too. I have 3 completed items, plus he's building probably towards a GA because he has a stopwatch in his inventory now.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, I mean now, yeah, with still 11k down, and realizing that even if they get a perfect engage on the Jinx and take her down, I mean, Flabber Goons can still turn it around and use that Urgot as their primary damage source and still come out on top.
And it's crazy the way this is about to go down.
I mean, after such a like a hard-fought first game, now that Flabber Goons stay calm and composed, come back and just start steamrolling this game, that shows how much character they have, and they have confidence that that first game was maybe just a fluke and they're coming back strong.
Nah. I've seen this from Flabber Goons before. I think it's more of, let me get data on you. What are your tendencies? What do you like to do? What are you gonna fall for?
Okay, Kled coming back in on the Urgot.
And get junked down! Again, you're not stopping this Jinx! This time with a triple kill! Urgot doesn't care! Jumps in and gets you killed too! Orianna takes down! That's another, not completely clean as Cat goes down. But 4 of them are still up, and that's not and it's just not enough.
That's GG, I mean. I mean, this time the Kled actually engaged on the Urgot that was taking turret aggro, but as we saw in that fight, you left it.
No one cared.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the
26 minutes, and this game goes over to Flubber's Goons. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. When I say it's not how high you fall or how hard you fall, it's how high you bounce. Flubber's Goons fell the first game to that Yasuo. Fell! But look how high they bounce. Let's take a look at this damage stats. And this ain't even nothing to talk about. Except for one thing. Urgot out-damaged the Jinx.
That's actually surprising. That's yeah, he did work. But the other thing that I'm actually very surprised about is that the Xayah, small Xayah, kept up in damage and actually out-damaged the Jinx as well.
So you out-damaged Jinx, but you didn't. And that's because Urgot, like, you had that second carry. You had that second powerhouse to cover you if you fall. So Jinx fell, and then they had Urgot to cover that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Urgot just picked up the slack, and you see that the other three, the other three members of Flabber Goons basically were just a supporting cast, and even the assassin AP Katarina mid did as much damage as the Nautilus. So it was really the Jinx and the Urgot that were dishing out all the damage in the team fight.
Right.
But I mean, still, when you're 14k down, 14k gold down in a fight, and you're 4k gold down on your opposing ADC, and you out-damage her, it just goes to show that Smalls, I mean, still played his heart out in that game and tried to carry his team, but I mean, too many things went wrong, and it just wasn't enough.
It was just so bad. It was so bad, so much, so fast. Like, the beginning of the game, you lost 3. You're down 3. It hurts your pride. It hurt. Like, it physically hurt. Mami,
yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, even I felt it. I mean, you all know that time where you get caught in the jungle and then just all of your team dies at level 1. And you're like, oh my god, this is going to be one of those games. But I mean, you know, after that, you just try and do your best in lanes, arguably, except bot lane that became a real shitstorm, and Jinx just ran over all of them. Top, mid, we're still holding their own, and we're holding their lanes.
But look who they put against him. Look who they put against him. All right, so your bottom lane. Your bottom lane is Nautilus and Jinx. This is a carry. That's a carry combo. They're going to kill whoever they come in contact with.
Yeah, it's a kill lane. I mean, the Nautilus lands his Q, which is arguably one of the easiest hook to land out of the hook champions, whether it be Blitzcrank or Thresh. I mean, it's deceptively long, and the hitbox is actually pretty big. So he lands that Q with that root, and that extra root plus the Jinx that could just put the chompers. I mean, you're CC'd forever, and against that squishy Zillion support, I mean, 10 deaths. I think he had 3 deaths within the first 5 minutes. Definitely wasn't effective enough with that poke and those bomb stunts to respond to that Nautilus Jinx combo.
And it just got worse. But let's put this in perspective. I know you feel a little bad for the way they went for Pentaqueue, but they should have had a clue that early game gank was coming, because they did it in the first game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hope that in the third game they'll learn to, if they want to, I mean, they'll need to group as 5 level 1.
Bruh.
So at least, I mean, if it's either you group as 5 and you try and just get a better level 1 composition because you know that they've invaded you 2 times in a row, or you just say, forget about it, we're not going on blue on the bottom side of the map. We'll just get We'll just pick a jungler that could live very well, taking his red buff top, and then ideally bot lane being able to ward the blue to make sure that they don't steal it when they realize that one's there, and then just
I wouldn't want to put nobody by themselves. Not even a ward blue. I wouldn't even want to look. Let them go there and it's all empty. If you want blue, you can have it.
Yeah, I mean, well, at that point, it's still important to have some vision, but I mean, you just run directly to blue, ward it, leave. Then if you, and
Don't stick around.
yeah, no, exactly. I mean, two games in a row, they basically roam as a 5-man pack, and you lose first blood twice in a row. So they definitely have to take a hit and try to adjust their
Like,
level 1 strategy.
because that's what's been killing them. They get ahead. So the first game they got one. They got one person. Then
Yeah,
they
they got
upped it
one
and
on the
got three.
jungler.
Right. Then they upped it and got three.
Exactly. So what's gonna happen? Are they gonna ace them level 1 next game? Who knows?
Bruh, I don't know, but I'm so anxious to get into this third one. I'm
Yeah.
anxious. I want to see how, because Flubber's Goons always does this. They always lose their first game. That's what I'm saying. They're kind of data pickers. They really like to pick at the data of that first game. They'll pick out, okay, you liked it to do this. I seen you doing this. Oh, you respond when I do this. Okay, you respond when I do that. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna pick a champion that can abuse you here. I see where your weaknesses are. I see where this is. And then they bring that into the second game and crush you.
Well, I mean, it seems to have been very effective because I'm almost under the impression that it wasn't even the same team in both games.
I know. They got
that was
subs.
such a dumb. They gave the login information to like Challenger Schmerz and I said, here to just like take the game for us. I don't know, because it was like they literally stomped them that game. There was really
Yep.
there was almost at no point in the game where Flubber Goons actually fell behind. I mean, like in any game, I mean, there's one or two blunders here and there that jinxed that overextended and gave the shutdown,
Right.
But I mean, other than that, it was just, okay, we give you one kill, well, we'll just ace your team next time and we'll just make up for it.
And it's just so much, so fast.
Yeah, because I mean, that's kind of how League of Legends works now. I mean,
It,
with the turret plates, with that early gold, if you do get that first turret gold on a solo carry that really can put it to good use, gets extremely difficult, extremely fast to pull a rabbit out of your hat and try to get back into a game unless the other team missteps. And that's kind of what we saw here. I mean,
right.
they just
And
kept that lead whole game.
and they were like, no, pedal to the metal. They got to kill. There's three. Okay, take this. This one, take that. All right, we're done here. Take this. And then they
Yeah.
sent Jinx bound bottom, and Zillion was not good into Nautilus. Not good at all. Because the second he missed those bombs, Nautilus just
Well,
all end on him.
yeah, well, I mean, you don't even need to miss the bombs. I mean, as soon as he got hooked, I mean, even after, I mean, since the hook, I mean, since the CC that he provides, other than his hook and the ultimate, is just a root. I mean, he can still get engaged on double bomb, speed himself away, and get away. But it came to a point where the Jinx was so fed that if he got hooked once, two autos, and he got obliterated and was dead
Yep.
automatically. Not even any time to ult or like double bomb or anything. So
That song stuck in your head. In your head.
yeah, extremely difficult for any type of support that's not a tank on their part as well to play against like an engage hook tank on the other side, because if you get hooked either with Thresh, Leona, even arguably now like even Volibear seems to be really popular at the moment, like in anything under gold elo, I mean you're just super tanky, you get like a almost like a second life with your passive healing up, and then when the moment's right, you just charge in, like fling them backwards and fear them and slow them, and there's like nothing they can do about it.
Nope.
What are you gonna do when you're a squishy mage support that has like
Nothing.
700 HP and you get flinged into two people? You
Nothing. You're just
Exactly,
gonna look
so-
You're gonna look crazy and get beat down. Now the pressure is on Pentaqueue. Now the pressure
yeah,
is on them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the momentum shift like 180 degrees. I mean, now after losing a game that you get stomped on all game like that, I mean, they're definitely gonna have to just like reassess what they want to look for in that third game, what they did right in the second game, try to fix
Right.
whatever they can that they did wrong in the second, and just look forward and try to go get that W in the third game.
But I feel like that turn is more like 260 instead of 180. And the reason why is because the difference between the first game where it was close at both ends and Flubber Goons made some little macro mistakes versus this game where it was complete domination from beginning to end.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, like that's for sure. I'm not gonna, we're not gonna comment on exactly how many degrees the turn was, but I mean, but of course, I mean, like the first game, they didn't have anything that they did, you know, particularly bad. It's just, you know, a couple of things that strang together with the Yasuo pick. That I mean, that's kind of the thing with Yasuo. I mean, if you can, let's say he gets behind, but you can still get him to a good spot in his itemization.
Hmm.
I mean, he's just gonna one shot anybody that's a squishy because with his items and how his kit works, he's still gonna do like crazy damage and still is gonna be a powerhouse late game. You fast forward that into being that powerhouse with 10k gold over
Right.
anyone in the game, and then you just two shot anybody. Well, I mean,
But I
with a
don't
G.
think it was. I don't see it to be the pick. The damage shows that Xayah did her job, even out damaging the Jinx.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like the
She
Smalls
just
is.
didn't have any help.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she had no support from the other members. Sadly, I mean, Kled very good and you know like had some really good engages. Actually, even like solo Jinx on the back line in one of those fights, which was probably you know his shining moment in the game.
Right.
But I mean, like I don't know, like the Oriana once again had a really rough game. Not dishing up nearly enough damage to be effective.
Exactly. So
Not
that's
landing
why I
any
wanted to see what else you
shockwaves.
have. What else you
I
have to
mean,
offer? Like
yeah, I mean, I would definitely check if there's something not more impactful that he could play that's
exactly. Like
maybe
maybe
easier to
something.
play.
Right. Just something on Annie, because Annie is
Any,
monstrous right now. Monstrous. That's a good one to pick. But I need you to get on something that actually helps the team later. Because
yeah,
again, you do your job. You don't snowball your lane. Your lane doesn't fall behind. You're not, we're not saying your Oriana is bad. I will repeat this as many times as I have to say it. Your Oriana is not bad. You do good work. Good work. But you're giving me 100%. I need 120 because they're coming with it.
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, now like the pressure is really on Pentaqueue to be able to have some sort of strategy that'll be able to give them the same results, either with like whether it be on Smalls again to get him extremely fed and just let him solo carry the game, or maybe have something more impactful mid or top that'll be able to separate the damage. Because I mean, the graphics of the damages for Pentaqueue are almost exactly the same in two games. Is that Small is almost like exclusively the solo damage dealer in the
Right.
game, and the rest are kind of like you know engaging, peeling him, trying you know get to give some more utility. But I mean, this time around, even though he outdamaged the Jinx, if he wasn't on that you know on that extremely fed Yasuo, it still wasn't enough when
I,
they were so far
I
behind.
mean, and it's because now you have two damage dealers on the side of Flubber Goons. You have two big bones of contention to deal with. They're heavy. They're heavy. You now need to get past tanks to get to them. And then one of them who's killing you is a tank, just walking around shooting you. What do you do? He's
Yeah,
walking
exactly.
around you, blasting your health to nothing. And you can't just kill him. He's walking around with what, 2,000, 3,000 health. What you
Yeah,
gonna do?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. With that Conqueror up and running on top of it,
What are you
with
doing?
that Death Dance, yeah, I mean, he's just healing up for whatever little damage you're able to put up against a tank with like a 2 or 3 item ADC at that point in the game. I mean, maybe at another point in the game, if the Xayah gets all of her items, has some lifesteal of her own, and the Argot doesn't, you know, build a lot of armor, maybe you have a chance at some point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's like, what was he, like a 11, 0, and 9 at the end? With like that much damage output and Conqueror just running like so just running around you and shooting you. If he gets to you, you're pretty
Yeah.
much
No, he's
you're
11,
done
0, and
for.
16.
Yeah, exactly. So
Just
11 and 0 Urgot just like
crazy.
running at you and like auto targeting you. Yeah, that Urgot definitely. I mean, we're talking about the Jinx all game, but that Urgot definitely was doing work as well.
Right, but it was so quiet. It was so quiet.
Well, I mean, especially since the top lane, even though he was bullying the Kled still stayed pretty even on gold and CS pretty much like the whole lane phase, which is really good credit to him actually. I mean, his Kled, even though he didn't do that much damage, I mean, your team is so far behind that it's not really representative of what you know of exactly how you played just with the stats, because I mean, you know, what are you going to do? You're 15k gold behind. Of course, as a Kled, that you have to get up close and personal when your team is like 2 items down on each person. I mean, of course,
And
you
then
know, you're
you're
not going to do
staring
it.
down. Then you're staring down the meanest gun crab ever.
Exactly, yeah, and then at the end of it all, or to get to the actual squishes, you have to go through that 11-0 Urgot that like just, you know, does so much healing with his Keystone Choice and the Death Stance. I mean, and his shield on top of it. I mean, just
And then on
unkillable
top of
at that
that, you're
point.
sitting in front of Sejuani, and then you have Nautilus you're sitting in front of, and Katarina's just running around, just hitting you with what she can, and just keeping you away. They're just keeping you away from Jinx so she can put as much damage on you.
Yeah,
But because
exactly.
we're looking at Jinx and how much damage she put on you, I guarantee you their team was doing the same thing, but they didn't see Urgot just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until he hit that triple kill, and we were like,
Yeah, exactly.
he
When he
might
when
be
when he, when he
big.
basically yeah he basically like 1v3'd at the end of the fight to save that team fight for them, and it's kind of at that moment where we realize that okay, yeah, this Urgot has been online for a while, just wasn't like the star of the fights because he's, you know, shorter range, so the Jinx was like pew pewing in them in the back and was getting most of the kills, but when it was like up close and personal, and then he was like in the middle of like all three of them, we just saw how powerful he really was at the end of
Right,
the game.
and y'all surrounded him, but y'all just couldn't get it done. That was bad. We're waiting to get into game 3 here.
Yeah, it's actually, I'm not sure. I haven't gotten a link or an invite
Me
to the game.
neither. I haven't.
Yeah.
I've asked. What's up with
Well,
game 3?
yeah, well, they're actually in Champ Select.
Are they?
Yeah, it's
Oh
I
wow!
think.
Did y'all forget? Did they
Yeah,
forget? Like they were
yeah,
so anxious to get in,
yeah. I actually messaged one of the players because I actually forgot to invite us to the game.
and there was so much for us to talk about. We were like,
Yeah, we would have. I mean,
we'd have talked all day.
yes, yeah. Sadly, folks, we're probably gonna miss. We only had two. This is our final. This is our final. We only had two. This was our final. Oh, okay. Well, apparently, they just confirmed that that wasn't their playoffs. They just had
Really?
their.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's it?
yeah.
No
Apparently,
game
we've been
3?
talking. No, it's just a 1-1 tie for their last regular season game. Actually,
Oh my god!
all that hype for nothing.
Oh, I was so ready. I was so ready. Oh man. Oh, so we won't see a third game between these two teams.
Yeah, well, we'll
Oh,
be able maybe to hopefully cast a playoff game between both of them.
yes. I would love to see a rematch between these two. Love to see it.
I mean,
Oh
both
man.
teams. I mean, even though the second game was a stomp, I mean, they did still were pretty evenly matched in the first game. So I
Right.
would like to see the standings of that division to see how they're doing,
Right.
respectively. But I mean, if they do meet in the playoffs, it'll definitely be a pretty hard fought battle for.
Well, I'm glad to get to cast with you again. This is always fun. It's always informative. We always go very deep in analysis.
Yeah, likewise. It's a really good opportunity for us to cast together. I think a lot of players are actually already in the game, so I'm not sure if we'll have any takers for maybe a quick comment on that 2 game regular season series or not. See
Right?
if I can if I can find someone that's online.
Looks like they either got in the game or got off.
Oh well, of course we've been talking probably for the last 10 minutes and now analyzing and trying to see if anyone was
Wants to
wondering
comment. That's right.
why was taking so long.
Right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. This is going to end it for us. This was the ESDL match for this day. And there's also several other matches going on. If you're not a part of the ESDL and you're joining us, what are you waiting on? Please come in and join us. It's only $25 in a Discord. That's all you need. And you can get to playing these games too. And you might have me cast one of your games. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, shout in your name and your champion name when you make some big plays on stream.
Oh man, I'm all hype. But I would be so. This is gonna be it for us today, and I want to thank you for tuning in. My name is XX Howling XX, and this is
Jesus carries.
And we will see you next time on the ESDL matchup.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Ciao.
All right, bye. And we are clear.
No, I was sure it's kind